Very good morning to one and all. Here we are going to talk about the Unit 4, Module 1, Electronic Devices and Circuits. This is of Electronic Devices and Circuit in Basic Electrical Electronics Instrumentation Engineering, presented by Dr. B. Santana Krishnan in associate with Dr. B. Paramasivan and Dr. S. Ramesh Kumar, Department of EEE, Government College of Engineering, Board in Aikanur. This presentation we are going to talk about the electronic circuit and devices. So in this presentation, these are the overview of this presentation, what is called a p-type, n-type, and what is called diode, and what is called the characteristics of diode. So this is a overview of this presentation. First we go for the introduction. Semiconductors are material whose electrical properties lie between conductor and insulator. The example of semiconductor is silicon and germanium. What are p-type and n-type? Semiconductors are classified into p-type and n-type semiconductor. P-type material is one in which the holes are majority carrier. That is, there are positively charged material. And n-type material are one which electrons are majority carrier. That is, they are the negative charge material. So diodes, the electronic devices created by bringing together of p-type and n-type region within the same semiconductor lattice it is used for rectifier and LED. So diode is a combination of two semiconductor of two type n region and p region. N region contains majority of electron and p region contains majority of holes. Both joined as joint device generally called as the diode. So diodes, it represent the by the following symbol, where the arrow indicate the direction of positive current flow. The diode generally called as the unidirectional. Diode consisting of two terminal, one is called anode terminal, other one is called cathode terminal. It is a unidirectional device. So biasing the diode, generally biasing is nothing but the make the device into conduction is generally called as the biasing. So the bias is generally two types. One is called forward bias, another one is called reverse bias. Forward bias means connect the positive of the diode to the positive of the supply, negative of the diode to negative of the supply. Similarly, reverse bias means connecting the positive of the diode to negative of the supply, negative of the diode to positive of the supply. From the diagram, you can easily understand which can forward bias and reverse bias. Only the forward bias region or forward bias condition is the diode going to be conduct, and reverse bias direction the diode will not be conduct. So characteristics of diode. Diode always conduct in only one direction, that's why it's a unidirectional device. Diode always conduct current conduct current when forward bias at zero resistance. Diode do not conduct when reverse bias at infinite resistance. So this is the IV characteristics of the ideal diode. You can see the current and voltages are 90 degree apart from each other. This is the practical IV characteristics of the diode. In practical, any device you can take, it has a minimum resistance value. So there is a difference in the voltage as well as the current. So this is the practical IV characteristics of the diode. The diodes are generally used for rectification purposes. What is called rectifier? It converts AC to DC by process of rectification. There are two types of rectification process. One is called half-wave rectification and full-wave rectification. In half-wave rectification, a simple process used to convert AC to DC. A diode is used to clip the input signal to excursion of one polarity to zero. From the diagram, you can easily understand diode is connected with the power supply. It conducts only for one full cycle, or in AC supply it one full cycle. It consisting positive half cycle, negative half cycle. In positive half cycle, the diode is in forward bias condition, so it will give us an output. In negative half cycle, the diode is in the reverse bias condition, it will not give any output. So we can give only 50% of your output. You can from the waveform you can easily understand the concept. Then Scauli equation. This is shown in the Scauli equation. ID equal to Is into exponential of Vd by Nt minus 1, and Vt is nothing but Kt by Q, where Is is the saturation current, Vd is the diode voltage, N is the emission of coefficient, K is the Boltzmann constant, Q is the charge, electron charge, and at temperature 300 degrees Kelvin. Then another semiconductor device called bipolar junction transistor and this application. This is the bipolar junction transistor. There are two types of bipolar junction transistor. One is called NPN transistor and PNP transistor. Diode is a two-terminal device consisting of an anode and cathode. BJT is a three-terminal device consisting of the emitter, collector, base. Emitter, collector, base. You can see the configuration of NPN and CPN from the diagram. It consisting of NPN means 2 N layer and 1 P layer. PNP means 2 P layer and 1 N layer. So based on this, we can have a 3-terminal emitter base collector. From the diagram, you can easily understand the BJT. This is the relationship equation of current and voltage equation of NPN and PNP transistor. You can calculate the gain. We can using the formula. Okay, this is an example of a calculation of the corresponding current and voltage using the previous relation. There is the BJT transconductance curve. So the BJT can be operated in three modes. One is called active mode and saturation mode and cutoff mode. Cutoff region, active region, saturation region and cutoff region. In active region, most important mode of operation, central to amplifier operation, the region where the current curves are practically flat. In saturation region, barrier potential of the junction cancel each other out, causing the virtual short. Cutoff region, current reduced to zero. Ideal transistor behave like an open switch. So you can, from the previous diagram, you can easily understand the concept. The flat line, the base flat line generally called as the active region. Then there is a vertical line generally called as the saturation region. Active region is start to conduct. In saturation region, it is stop to conduct. Then there are three types of BJT biasing. One is called common base biasing, common emitter biasing, common collector biasing. The corresponding input and output relations are given. Common base, common emitter, common collector. The connection. So this is a common base. This is a common base output region. We can calculate the collector current and voltage across the common base. Common base. This is the corresponding active region, saturation region, cutoff region. What is the function of the corresponding value of common base arrangement? Similarly, it is a common emitter arrangement. In left hand side, there is characteristics of common emitter arrangement. This is a common collector arrangement. Then Ebermole model of the BJT. The Ebermole model of the BJT is fairly complex, but it is valid in all region of BJT operation. The circuit diagram below shows the components of Ebermole model. This is the relation of the Ebermole model. Then is a small signal BJT equivalent circuit. The small signal BJT equivalent circuit. The early effect of early voltage of BJT. So this is about the BJT. Then another transistor is called field effect transducer. Some basic information about field effect transducer generally called as FET. FET can be majority carrier charge carrier devices in which the current is carried predominantly by the majority carrier, or minority charge carrier devices in which the current is mainly due to the flow of minority carrier. The device consists of an active channel through which charge carries electrons or holes flow from source to drain. Source and drain terminal conductors are connected to the semiconductor through ohmic contact. So field effect transistor. The field effect transistor is a transistor that uses an electric field to control the shape and hence the conductivity of a channel of one type of charge carrier in a semiconductor material. FET or unipolar transistor as they involve single carrier type operation. The concept of FET predates the bipolar junction transistor, though it was not physically implemented until after BJT due to limitation of semiconductor materials and the relative case ease of manufacture of BJT compared to FET at the time. The conductivity of the channel is a function of the potential applied across the gate and source terminal. The FET has three terminals. The FET three terminals are source, drain, and gate. Similarly, in like BJT, the field effect transistor, the FET is also having three terminal. One is called source, drain, and gate terminal. This is the diagram of field effect transistor as well as the bipolar junction transistor. By BJT is also three terminal base emitter collector. It has a FET has three terminal. One is called gate, drain, source. The N channel is gate given inside. The P channel is gate given outside. From the PNP and PNP and NPN transistor, the emitter comes out means that is called PNP transistor. The emitter goes in means it's called PNP transistor. From the diagram you can easily understand the about the terminal of FET. All FET have source, drain, and gate terminal that correspond roughly to the emitter, collector, and base of BJT. Most FETs have four terminal called body, or base, or bulk, or substrate. This fourth terminal serves to bias the transistor into operation. It is rare to make non-trivial use of the body terminal in circuit design, but its presence is important when setting up the physical layout of the integrated circuit. The size of the gate length L is in the diagram is the distance between the source and drain. The width is the extension of the transistor in the direction of perpendicular to the cross section in the diagram. Typically, the width is much larger than the length of the gate. A gate length is 1 micrometer limits the upper frequency about 5 GHz, 0.2 micrometer about 30 GHz. Then the types of the field effect transistor. FET is classified into two types. One is called JFET and MOSFET. JFET further classified into N-channel JFET and P-channel JFET. MOSFET is metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. It is classified into enhancement MOSFET and depreciation MOSFET. Enhancement MOSFET is the N-channel E MOSFET and P-channel E MOSFET, and depreciation MOSFET is the N-channel D MOSFET and P-channel D MOSFET. These are the diagrammatic representation of JFET and P-channel JFET. These are the symbol representation of JFET, JFET and P-channel, N-channel JFET. Then operation of JFET. Operation of JFET, junction field effect transistor, when neither any bias is applied to the gate, that is when VGS equal to 0, nor any voltage to the drain with respect to source, that is when VDS equal to 0, the depreciation region around the PN junctions are equal to thickness and symmetrical. And then when positive voltage is applied to the drain terminal D with respect to source terminal S without connecting the gate terminal G to the supply, as illustrated in figure, the electron, which are the majority carriers, flow from the terminal S to terminal D, whereas the conventional drain current ID flows through the channel from drain to source. Due to flow of this current, there is a uniform voltage drop across the channel resistance as we move from terminal D to terminal S. This voltage drop reverse bias the diode. The gate is more negative with respect to those points in the channel which are nearer to D to S. Hence, the depreciation layer penetrates more deeply into the channel to point laying closer to D to S. Thus, wedge-shaped depletion regions are formed as shown in figure. When VD is supplied, the size of the depreciation layer formed determines the width of the channel and hence the magnitude of the current ID flowing through the channel. Then MOSFET. The MOSFET is nothing but metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. It's a transistor used for amplifying or switching the electronic signal. Although MOSFET is a four-terminal device with a source, gate, drain, and body terminal. From the pictorial representation, it consisting of four terminals: source, gate, drain, and body. The body of the MOSFET often connected with the source terminal, making a three-terminal device like a field. So it can be converted into three-terminal devices by shorting the source and bodies automatically consisting of only three-terminal source, gate, and drain, like our ordinary FET devices. Because of these two terminals are normally connected to each other, short circuited internally, only three terminals are appearing in the electrical diagram. The MOSFET is by far the most common transistor in both a digital to analog circuit, though the bipolar junction transistor was not one time much more than common. So this is a symbol representation of JFET as well as the depreciation MOSFET and enhancement MOSFET. You can see here gate, source, drain and body. Advantage of conventional FET over the conventional transistor. It is a unipolar device, that is operation depends upon only one type of charge carrier, either hole or electron. Voltage controlled devices, gate voltage controlled and drain current and very high input impedance. Source and drains are interchangeable. Low frequency, it is uses for low frequency application. Low voltage, low current operation is possible. It gives less noisy, no minority carrier storage, self-limiting devices, where very small in size, occupies a small space in IC. Low voltage, low current operation is possible in MOSFET. Zero temperature drift output is possible. So what are the disadvantages of it? It has relatively low gain bandwidth product compared to BJT. The MOSFET has a drawback of being very susceptible to overload voltages that requiring special handling during installation. The fragile insulating layer of the MOSFET between the gate and the channel makes it vulnerable to electrostatic damage during the handling. This is not usually a problem after the device has been installed in properly designed circuit. So uses of FET. The most commonly used FET is MOSFET. The CMOS complementary metal oxide semiconductor process technology is the basic of modern digital integrated circuit. This is process technology uses of arrangement where usually enhancement mode P-channel MOSFET and N-channel MOSFET are connected in series such that one is on, one is off. So CMOS is a combination of C-channel MOSFET and N-channel MOSFET. It can be operated one at a time. Whether P channel is operated, N channel is going to be switched off, or N channel is operated, the P channel is going to be switched off. The combination is generally called as the CMOS. In FET, the electron can flow in either direction through the channel when operated in the linear mode. The naming convention of the drain terminal and source terminal is somewhat arbitrary, as the devices are typically built symmetrically from source to drain. This makes FET suitable for switching analog signal between paths. With this concept, one can construct a solid state mixing board, for example. A common use of FET is an amplifier. For example, due to its large input resistance and low output resistance, it is effective as a buffer in common drain source follower configuration. So this is about the electronic and instrumentation unit number 1, module 1. Thank you. We are going to talk about the more on unit